In this video, we're gonna have a short discussion on the pros and cons of getting an online certification program versus an offline certification program. By the way, what does cons stand for? Like, what does pros even stand for? Is it short for something?
Do I really need to spend all that extra money and take time off work and travel and get to a hotel? Or can I get the same thing online?
By the end of this video, you're gonna have the main reasons for and against both of those platforms so you can make the right choice for you. My name is Sean Smith, and I'm the founder of Elite Coaching University, where we teach you the skills to be a better coach and the strategies to build a bigger business. Now, I publish new videos on this channel every single week, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon if you wanna get notifications. All right, let's get into online first. I have 5 pros for the online platform. The first one is convenience. This one is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, most of us in the current world desire to have information brought to us, and so therefore a lot of marketers and a lot of companies are providing convenient programs that you can do on your own time. While you're at the gym, while you're commuting to your job, while you're doing dishes, in front of the mirror, getting ready. I do a lot of my stuff, you know, when I'm brushing my hair and putting on my makeup. And pro number 2 for the online platform is that it's great for entry-level understanding of the tools and techniques, especially if you're new to the coaching world. It allows you to pause, rewind, listen to what you missed, take notes, rewatch. Pro number 3 of the online platform is the online support. As you go along this journey, you're going to have questions about how that information relates to you. Contrary to the way a lot of people think, the biggest reason that people succeed or fail, really in anything in life, but definitely in the coaching world, is not information. It's not the tools and the techniques and the skill set. It's the support. Pro number 4 of the online platform is modular learning. It's created in a sequential manner, and the lessons generally stack on top of each other. So just the learning process itself is elevated if the program's put together right. And number 5 is that it allows you to match your timeline. I mean, if you're in a hurry to get that certification and run out there and start attracting clients, then you could just knock it out in a weekend or so. But obviously, if you don't have that amount of time and you're just trying to create all this learning outside of a job or some other really packed schedule, then it allows you to chunk the learning down to match the speed of your goals. All right, let's talk about the flip side of the online learning platform. And I really only have one con, which is actually one of the pros. It's convenience. So the fact that it's convenient means it's easier to do. But just like almost anything else in life, the easier it is to do, the easier it is to not do as well. And that's one of the reasons why online learning has a very low rate of completion. So we gotta be aware of the convenient choices that we make. And a lot of people will put out a little bit of time or a little bit of effort or a little bit of money, and it feels like commitment when they're actually committing to something convenient. And one of the things that I've learned in this personal development journey is that growth and convenience usually don't go together. Now let's talk about offline events, and specifically I'm talking about a live event where you show up in person to get your certification training. I'm actually gonna switch it, and we're gonna talk about the cons first. There are 3 main reasons that people don't go to live events, in my opinion, and the first one is a word that I've already used twice, which is convenience, or in this case, inconvenience. You gotta book a hotel, you gotta travel, you gotta get whatever responsibilities you have at home covered, whether it's childcare or dog sitting. It's also a lot more physically taxing and exhausting for people to travel. The second con is that usually the live events are a lot more expensive. From a business standpoint, there are many more bills that we have to pay. So those expenses almost always get wrapped up into the tuition price. And on top of that, the hotel and the travel and the babysitting and the dog sitting and all those things that are inconvenient are probably gonna cost you more money too. And finally, number 3 is that it's just more uncomfortable for a lot of people to actually show up live and mix it up with other human beings. If you're an introvert, like I am highly introverted, or you just don't like networking, you have a fear of visibility, you don't know what to say in front of people, all of your doubts and fears and anxieties are gonna get kicked up, and you're gonna have to confront all that stuff live. Whereas if you're just behind a computer and you do everything online, you don't have to worry about all that interpersonal connection. So those are all the reasons that most people decide not to go to live events, and I think most people just kind of have a default programming against doing anything that's inconvenient anyway, and especially the stuff that costs more money. And now let's talk about the 5 pros of attending offline events. The first one is the same word you've heard already, which is convenience. But this time I'm going to talk about the commitment inside of inconvenience. See, anytime that we do something that's inconvenient, the brain thinks, oh, this must be important enough to clear our calendar. This must be important enough to get the dog sitter, to pay the extra money. And when the brain gets the message that something is actually really important and valuable to you, it will open up its resources and allow you to be more committed to it. The second pro of offline events is speed. I mean, you're there in person, so assuming you don't run and leave the room, you're going to finish the content in 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, however long the event is.
The third one is depth.
Now, especially with transformational coaching, if you want to do the deep work, I think in-person certification is absolutely essential. When you're committed to coach deeply, you have to also be committed to prepare deeply. I mean, there's just too much in transformational coaching that requires a physical presence. Not only you being in the water physically in the certification room, but you being able to see physically the shifts that occur, as well as feel the shifts that are happening inside of you, all inside this live container. The fourth pro for offline events is belief. As I just mentioned, you're in the room witnessing and experiencing all the things that are happening, and that's growing your belief, not just in your skill set, but in what's possible. Listen, the transformations that can occur in the human brain and the human body and the human spirit are mind-blowing. And if you don't see it in person, you might not think it's even possible. All of that adds up to a depth of learning that increases belief to a level, hopefully, that's higher than your doubt. And finally, number 5 is personal transformation. You're gonna have changes in your neurology. You're gonna have shifts in your physical body, which you can then take with you outside the room. Be the transformation you wanna provide for your clients. One of the best ways to build a coaching business and to create interest in other people is by you showing up differently. I had a good friend of mine go, "Time out, man, you're smiling too much." And then he said, "What are you on and how do I get some?" So take all of those factors into consideration and make the right choice for you. I wish you all the best in your search so that you can increase your certainty and create a solid, successful business doing what you love. Now, of course, with all this talk about certification programs, I have one too. And my philosophy is that we have to teach the embodiment of personal development. If all we do is try to change people's intellect fueled by willpower, all change is going to be short-lived. But when we can help people make the neurological shifts to sustain behavioral change, now we're talking about real, true transformation. So if you want more information on that, go ahead and click the link that's in the description. And we also offer a complimentary coaching call so you can experience the methodology of neurotransformational coaching and help you decide whether that's the kind of curriculum that you want to get certified in. I'll put that link in the description as well, or you can go to coachshawnsmith.com/try coaching. So I hope you like this video. Let me know by liking it, subscribing if you're not subscribed already. Feel free to share it with your tribe. And also please comment below. Let me know which pro or con for which platform really resonated with you. If you disagree with anything that I said, or you have a different idea, something that I didn't even bring up, then let me know that as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Online and offline. It's not dainty, it's masculine. Celebration donut.
You shouldn't eat donuts. They're not healthy.
If you wouldn't mind maybe muting when you sneeze. I'm a simple guy. Just cake, plain, decaf coffee. I'm kind of burpy today. Filter, filter, filter. I just hurt my knee walking backwards. Slowly.